guitar player.
I love the super kid at the.
Oh, you know, I'm gonna bring him out. Usually I wait till the last. This is, guys, get ready, okay? This story will, it affects me every time I tell it. This is my son Quinn. He's 7. He is probably the most curious, creative person I know. I learned more from this kid than almost anybody in the planet. When he was 3, he, for some reason, went through this thing where he had to be a superhero. He had to, everywhere he ran, he'd have a cape, and he'd jump here and there. Everything was superhero. And one day, he jumped from the couch, trying to make it to the fireplace, and he missed. And he fell and he hit his face right here, and he really, really did himself a bad number. He wasn't damaged, but he had huge swollen eye. And I have 6 kids, so like I said, you know, they're all different ages, and the pediatrician knows this really well. So we go to the pediatrician, and they all love Quinn because he'll talk to anyone. At 3 years old, he would talk to any adult, full on, and just, you know, transactional analysis. Come on, this kid would like adult all day long. So they're all nurses and everybody gathering around. It's like, Quinn, what did you do, man? That's crazy. Well, I fell down and all this stuff. He tells the story, and they're all standing around, and you know, big black eyes, swollen shut. Then he called it his one eye closed, one eye open period, and that was his deal. So okay, about a month later, and the thing about Quinn is so funny. I go and pick him up at school, and he's in 1st grade, and the school goes to 8th grade, and he's like this. He didn't hang out. No, he's not talking to 1st graders. He's like with all the 8th graders. They're like, he's, in every conversation, he's like this anyway. So about four weeks later, Quinn is running around again, some other superhero, but this time, he's got like a butterfly net on his head, right? Running around. So again, I don't know what it is about the couch, but he has to jump off the couch. Jumps off the couch. The stick was longer than his legs.
Oh.
So it got him right here. Like cut him open really bad. There's another story I have here, and we can get to it if we need to, where I say the tool is no fire, no blood, no fire, no freak out. Okay? And that's a rule of mine, and I've learned that from working on Super Bowl spots where it's Friday and they want to change it, right? So I learned how not to panic. Really important skill. Because everyone's going to panic. Someone can't panic. So at this point, there was blood, so there was a pretty big freak out. And my wife's putting her hair on fire. Oh, scary. And Quinn's like bleeding all over the place. So we know by now that we knew he had to have stitches. But we also knew that if we took him to the ER, we'd sit there for hours. Right? Yeah. We know if we go to the pediatrician, they'll call him in. Yep, okay, he's coming over. And we go over there, they bring him right in, right? We learned that. We take Quinn to the pediatrician, same story, and he's bleeding. All the people come in, the nurses, and finally the doctor walks in, Dr. Baker. Wonderful man, very patient. Quinn, you got to stop doing things to hurt yourself. This kid's 3. Well, I'm not going to change my lifestyle. It's a 3-year-old kid, right? And I'm sitting there going, whoa. Right? He's not talking about cars or you know clothes. He's talking about the way he looks at the world. And to me, that was one of the most potent expressions I've ever heard a person make. It's like, dude, like I'm going to be who I am, and I'm going to do what I do, right? And it was just like I thanked him. I said, dude, thanks, because you know what? I've changed my lifestyle. Probably all have, right? I mean, and for me, it's helped me sort of. In fact, I quit doing all that crazy stuff about a year and a half ago because my lifestyle was out of whack. Not my lifestyle, I mean, I have cars and all that stuff, but I mean the way I was living my life, the way I was relating to my children, right? So this tool of, I'm not going to change my lifestyle, is something I'm constantly checking. It's like, you know, is this my lifestyle? Is this who I want to be? Is this how I want to be? You know? And so, Quinn, who's still, I mean, oh my gosh, he's still a good teacher for me. But that little moment, 3-year-old kid going, I'm not going to change my lifestyle.